coffee. And then there's one very special coffee over here that I'm not telling anyone about because it's a surprise at the end. So yeah, what we're gonna be noisy. We're gonna take the cupping spoon and we're gonna taste. We're gonna taste it in one of two ways. One, if you're not a coffee professional, you will just drink it as it is hot soup at home. So like this. And there you'll just taste the coffee. But if you're a coffee professional and you want to show off and you want to be like, I got the biggest spoon in the room, you can do it like this. Something like that was not loud enough. Something like that. Because you want to aerate the coffee. You want to spread it out in your mouth into all the tiny crevices, and so you can taste all the coffee.
And if you cough, then you're in the right direction.
No, if you cough, you're doing it too much, and then you're not a coffee professional. I cough like every other day when we're cupping coffee. So, but yeah, it seems like the temperature is right. So we start from here, going that way. Clean spoons. You put dirty spoons down here. If you think you're done and you wanna leave.
Should have been at the end.
You can go first. It tastes really much like cinnamon, and that's what we do here. So infused coffees is really, it has a good rep and it has a bad rep depending on who you're talking with in the coffee industry. And some really like it, and some really hate it because it can enhance some flavors. But some will say that it also masks a lot of flavors of the coffee that you actually want to highlight. And also it masks maybe some bad coffee. I don't say this is it. I'm not saying this is a bad coffee at all. But some are saying with infused coffees that if you have a bad quality, you can just put some pineapple in the tank or anything like that. So you can hinder or you can mask some of the flavors, some of the not so good flavors in the coffee by putting in something like this. And it's very dividing. Some of the competitions that there is, they say like no one is allowed to compete with it, and some say yes, do compete with it. It's also really, it can also be easier for the competitors to have. When they compete, they have to describe the coffee. They have to tell about all the coffee that they're serving and what the judges will taste. And it's easier. It's obviously easier to tell the judges, oh, with this coffee you will taste cinnamon. Perfect. So that it's really divisive in the community if it's good or bad. I'm not the one to judge.
Isn't it like fraud if they do not declare it?
Yeah.
Like
no, but like you, that really depends on like if it's competition, you have to describe the coffee that you have.
Small jelly beans.
But sometimes producers will sell you a coffee that they say will be washed. They have like really good notes of peach in it, and then like if you just scratch the surface of the farm, you may find out that in the tanks they put in some peaches.
Okay, I didn't know.
No, it's not all. Like we've just seen that some are doing it, but it's not everyone. And if you take a coffee and you look at it, it says like apricot. Okay, then you should not automatically go to they put apricot in the tanks. Okay, it's just some stories about what may be happening. Yeah. So yeah, this is really clear. Cinnamon. I also got some cardamom bun on it as well. It's really sweet. It's really spicy.
Very Danish pastry.
Sorry?
Very Danish pastry.
Very Danish pastry. Yeah. You should never serve it with a cinnamon bun or a cardamom bun because it
Doubling
will,
on top. Yeah.
it will like it should complement each other. Yeah. What do you think about this?
Syrupy,
Mm-hmm.
sweet, round.
Mm-hmm.
Very like also like a hard candy
Mm-hmm.
kind of taste of it.
Yeah. You can hear he knows a lot about coffee, right? I'm not saying it as
I was gonna like, yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
but you're using some of the words that a lot of the roasteries are using. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Someone else wanna comment on it? Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Is it the one that won the championship?
I don't know.
It's said it was an espresso roast, right?
It's Hodges championship coffee for espresso and signature. So like we have 3 courses: espresso, milk, and signature. This was the one that we used for espresso and the signature. It's you want me to background the coffee?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please.
So it comes from a very talented coffee grower and producer, let's say. His name is Jamison. He has a very famous coffee farm in the world. Few of them are very famous. One of them called Deborah. And then in Deborah you have few different lots of different varieties of coffee. One of them is geisha. Most of them is geisha. But one of the geisha lots is called Nirvana. And this is the Nirvana. In my presentation in the championship, I didn't mention Nirvana on purpose. I didn't want to bias reaction, so I cut that part out. If I said it, they had different perspective of the coffee, so I had to mask it off. It's anaerobically fermented. So they pick the coffee, they put it in a chamber without adding anything. They just added nitrogen. Nitrogen, when you put in the chamber, it means it replaced the oxygen. So oxygen goes out, nitrogen gets the space. So that is anaerobic. It means no oxygen, right? No oxygen means anaerobic. But without any liquid or without any other things added to it. So all the bacteria that was on the cherry itself started growing anaerobically. So it's one of the coffees that anaerobically fermented, but the cleanest because it has nothing added to it, was just gas to remove the oxygen. And then they were dried on raised beds, but shadow for 30 days. It's a long drying process. That made that candy at the end. So the first one brought the orange blossom because when it's anaerobic, all the things that you have in the coffee that could oxidize, they don't oxidize now. So they stay. And one of the things that I didn't say in the competition because it's a long bio is that when you anaerobically ferment it with that gas with nothing else added, you highlight those aromatic compounds because they have time to attach to the sugar and go within the coffee, the reactions. So you get a lot more taste of them. One of them is orange blossom, one of the tastes or aromas in the coffee. Obviously because it's a geisha from Panama, but it's expressive in this. You have white peach, not so sweet as like peach, but white peach in the coffee. Sometimes you get mango, but sometimes you get blood orange at end. Yeah, I think today we had blood orange.
Yeah, it's fun because when you did your presentation on the first day, you said that you had mango, and the next day you said today, I have blood orange instead.
Blood orange.
What's the word before orange? B-L-O.
Blossom. Blossom, like a flower from the orange tree before it becomes the orange. So that has a lot of smell because it has a chemical inside of it, few chemicals inside of it. That one of them is linalool, which I was explaining in the competition. But also it has limonene, which is that lime smell.
Citrusy.
Citrusy.
And is it from Panama? And which company is it?
Jameson Savage, Finca Deborah. This is the same coffee,
Jameson Savage.
almost the same lot that Jack used, and he won the world championship.
So yeah, he won the Danish championship 3 weeks ago, and that's the coffee that he used, which he so very nicely described for us. It's such a fun thing to experience, that coffee can be so different from each other, because like it's coffee, right? It's the same plant. It's but like you have a lot of varieties in between, like so yeah, coffee can be really different, but when you look at it, it's like it's coffee. So yeah, that's why I wanted to put it on the table without any info, because it's so special, but I didn't want anyone to know that much about it. Yeah. So yeah.
Take another round.
Yes,
Before
and
we
they should
do,
all taste a bit different now in the second round.
Yeah.
Cooler, more clear, more expressive.
And now you have like less aromas, but more taste.
Yeah. And then after that, I want you to place the spoon at the coffee that you enjoyed the most, and you're not forced to put it here,
Yeah,
because
let's
Riyadh is here.
Let's leave it aside.
Yeah, let's leave it aside.
We'll leave that aside.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was funny when first time I tasted it. It was too
Sjovt, om vi bliver slæbt med til sådan
Ja.
noget. Ja, så blev det.
Ja.
Vi var ude i forskellige
And,
restaureringer.